Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
Authorities in Chicago are investigating a shooting with reports of multiple people wounded, including a suspect and a police officer near a hospital. The CBS affiliate in Chicago is reporting that 4 people in total were shot. All are listed in critical condition. Officers are searching Mercy Hospital as a precaution. An eyewitness says the shooter was seen outside the hospital firing a gun. Police are asking people to avoid that area. The FDA is warning and reminding parents not to give their infants honey after 4 Texas babies were hospitalized for a rare and dangerous poisoning. The infants contracted botulism after they used honey pacifiers purchased in Mexico. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with a local pediatrician who explains why you should never feed a child honey before they're at least a year old.
One of the big no-nos is you never give honey to an infant under the age of 1.
With cold and flu season already here in the valley, some people might turn to honey to soothe their baby's coughs and sore throats.
It's a good cough medicine for older kids, but we never use it younger than a year.
But Dr. Forward urges you not to give your little honey any honey.
This is bad news. Bad news.
Saying it could cause a toxic poisoning in your baby's body called botulism.
When people get Botox, you're taking the toxin that's from botulism and you're injecting it into specific areas so that their muscles don't move, so they don't get wrinkles. If an infant ingests botulism spores, so they essentially can get this botulism toxin everywhere. So instead of 1 or 2 little muscles that don't move, all their muscles stop working.
Adding, without those muscles working, your baby will have a hard time eating, breathing, and moving.
How bad can botulism be?
They can die. Yeah, so it's that bad, and that's the reason why we never recommend it, ever.
And Dr. Forward says even honey-flavored foods are off limits too. He says making sure your little one is hydrated and using baby Vicks on their chest is much safer than filling their pacifier with honey.
It's not worth the maybe mild benefit that they could have to their cough or their sore throat.
In Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
For more information, you can head to our website, valleynewslive.com. Authorities say 3 people are dead after an air ambulance crashed northwest of Mandan. The Morton County Sheriff's Facebook page says the plane was operated by Metro Area Ambulance. We have learned that the pilot, a paramedic, and a registered nurse were the 3 people on the plane at the time of the crash. The plane went down late last night. Authorities found it around 2 this morning. The identity of the victims or where they were going has not yet been released. But stay with us as we continue to get more information. We're cold, but it's not windy, and that's always a plus. Hutch, how's this evening looking?
Well, I applaud your positive attitude. Temperatures are in the lower single digits out west, and skies across the valley are clear. So here we are set with a combination that will allow temperatures this evening to dive fairly quickly, some near or below 0 in the early overnight hours. However, your hour-by-hour forecast shows that the wind does stay quiet on the positive side, and actually, good news is towards morning, increasing clouds, a chance of flakes as warm air punches in. So a little bit of a growing pain as temperatures start a growth. I'll have details on how warm we get for the Holiday of Lights parade coming up in the main weather visit here in a minute.
What we all want to know. Thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
People living in West Fargo want to know who the man is seen taking a package from their front doorstep. Take a look at this. The family's Ring doorbell camera caught this person stealing the package, looking around and then taking off. A Valley News Live viewer says the package had the family's Christmas pictures inside. This all happened sometime last week in a neighborhood south of Costco. If you know who this guy is, you can call the West Fargo Police Department. The family thinks he drove away in a silver or blue Pontiac Torrent SUV. The Bemidji Police Department is asking for your help identifying this person. Police say she's a person of interest in an ongoing investigation. If you know who she is, you can call 218-556-2973 and leave your tip with Officer Otness. With more and more people using essential oils, experts are reminding us that some scents could be toxic to our four-legged friends. Valley News Team's Maddie Gilseth spoke to a local vet on what oil you should stay away from.
This time of year, people love to use a diffuser, but using it could be dangerous for your pets as they have a heightened sense of smell.
Most of the essential oils are going to be problematic in animals that are already suffering diseases, whether it be asthma, skin conditions.
Local veterinarians recommend you to never use tea tree as it can be toxic to your pets. Instead, they recommend if you do use an essential oil to dilute the doses or use
lavender. Has a calming effect on both dogs and cats.
If ingested, certain oils like tea tree could cause your pet to vomit or have diarrhea. This has a few people worried for their fur babies.
I'm surprised that there's not more warning about it, or I'd like to at least know that there are harmful effects of it, because I feel like there's not really any warning labels on it, or it's not advertised to be a risk.
Dr. Mitchell says people should always be cautious of using essential oils with a pet in the home.
Definitely won't be buying it for Christmas presents now that I know that there are harmful effects to pets.
Bath bombs could also harm your pet as they have essential oils in them as well. In Fargo, Maddie Joseph, Valley News Live.
The Animal Health Clinic recommends that you call your local vet with any pet concerns. 2 men had to be rescued from North Red Lake yesterday after officers say they were stranded on a block of ice while fishing. North Red Lake is located here, just 35 miles north of Bemidji. Officers say the men were stranded on ice that had separated from the shoreline. Search and rescue crews had to help the men after midnight last night. They were treated for hypothermia. A new health report shows 21% of students in North Dakota schools use e-cigs, also known as vaping. According to the National Youth Tobacco Survey, the number of high school-aged children using vaping products rose by more than 75% from 2017 to 2018. The survey suggests parents and other adults play a key role in reducing the likelihood of a young person using e-cigarettes. They suggest parents talk openly with their teenagers about the dangers of nicotine and set a positive example by being tobacco-free. The Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign in North Dakota in October nabbed more than 130 drivers for violations. Law enforcement agencies across the state added extra patrols enforcing the law against underage drinking and doing compliance checks and shoulder taps as part of the campaign. There were 137 citations, including 32 minor in possession citations, 28 for minor in consumption, 18 for speeding, 10 drug-related citations, and 5 people were arrested for driving under the influence. This is a good day for hundreds of families in the Fargo-Moorhead area, especially families who may have been wondering what Thanksgiving would bring. Today, the Salvation Army and a team of volunteers have been busy putting together answers to that question. The answer comes in the form of a box, and in that box, food, a complete traditional Thanksgiving dinner. It's all there: turkey, potatoes, vegetables, even a pumpkin pie.
We just want to make sure that the basics are covered so that, you know, the family really feels like they've had Thanksgiving. Not just any other meal, but they've actually had a Thanksgiving dinner.
Nearly 400 families got this special gift today. The Salvation Army is also hosting a Thanksgiving dinner at its downtown headquarters Wednesday. Serving is from 11 to 1. Another